If you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, have you ever wondered if you should own a franchise or if it's better to go it alone? Welcome, I'm Diane Bogino, and today on BizBits, we're going to look at the pros versus the cons of owning a franchise.
To own a franchise or not to own a franchise? That is the question. Here are the pros. Oh, no, not those pros. These pros. There is typically a lower failure rate when you own a franchise rather than going it alone because you have lots of support. You have operational assistance. The franchise certainly doesn't want to see you fail because their good name is involved as well as their brand. So they give you lots and lots of support, which you typically don't get when you go on your own for your business. You have purchasing power because remember that a franchise name brand can purchase a lot of materials in bulk. And so you probably get a better price than you would ordinarily, for sure. And you get instant name recognition. Whereas if you go in business for yourself, you have to work hard to build that name brand. But a franchise has already done that hard work for you. And you have quicker profits. Maybe there's no guarantee on that, but certainly with all of these other things in place, you're more likely to make more money more quickly than you would if you go on your own. And there's no experience necessary because remember that every franchise has its own training program and they do all that hard work up front. You go into their training program, they make sure that you're ready to open those doors. And you get to be your own boss, sort of. Remember that you're still answerable to the corporate franchise office. So these are the pros of opening a franchise. So let's take a look at the cons. Oh, no, not those cons, these cons. There is typically a high investment. And remember, the more famous the brand, the bigger the investment is going to be. For example, you're going to have a bigger investment in a McDonald's than if you do in a maid service or something like that. You do have limited creativity because remember, you have to run your business within the framework of that franchise and how they have set the structure up for that. The corporate office will know everything about your finances, both personal and your business. And of course, as your business continues to grow or not grow, they're going to know that information as well. Uh, Advertising and marketing expenses may be yours to bear. Be careful because that may not be included in your initial investment into the franchise. You are under a contract. Now, there's some good and bad about that because you have that, again, umbrella protection of a contract. However, a contract typically has a beginning and an end. You need to know if, let's say, your business, God forbid, is going south, that you can get out of that contract before its end, or what has to happen in order for you to renew that contract if it comes to a natural end. In other words, are fees going to increase? Is the contract going to have to go for a longer period of time? Anything like that. Franchises are a community. Now, when you're in business for yourself, you can build a community. You can join mastermind groups and advisory groups and have your own board and things of that nature. But remember that every franchisee within that franchise that you've bought into could do something to that brand name. They could do something illegal and tarnish that brand name, and that would reflect on your business. And you have absolutely no control over that whatsoever. So that's just something to think about. Restrictions may apply. In other words, if you want to do something in your franchise, the franchise owner may not allow it. Maybe you want to expand in a different territory. Well, that's territory's already taken by somebody else, or they may not even allow you to open another franchise within 100 or 200 miles of where you are right now. So things like that can happen. So those are some of the pros and cons of owning a franchise. Remember, owning a franchise doesn't guarantee success, and people have failed in a franchise business. Of course, others have soared. If you're a total maverick, franchise ownership may not be for you. But if you have the capital to invest in a franchise you like and enjoy structure and the idea of a safety net, then franchise ownership might be just the ticket. Just be sure to look at lots of franchise opportunities, talk to as many franchise owners as possible, read that fine print, be realistic about where your business is headed and what you enjoy doing. Until next time.